Gibson here. I wanted to share with you today of how to set up a Facebook party to do a successful party. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to log into your Facebook. On the left hand side here, there's all of these tabs. I am simply going to click on groups. You're going to be brought to this page. Then what you're going to need to do is click create new group. Now the reason I like to use a group is for a few things. You can schedule your posts and you can go live, which you cannot do that in an event. So I like to do all my parties in a group. And then later, what I always tell everyone is that when they join, they can simply change the name of the group and that becomes their VIP page. Okay. So here we are. I like to come up with some fun names. So maybe this is Karen's Kick Off. Let's name it Kickoff to Fall Tupperware Party. The other thing I love to do is always date it. So I'm going to date it from today. I don't even know today's date. Let's go with today's maybe the 13th, I think. September 13th. And I always do my parties in 3 to 4 days. So if I'm starting a party I typically start my parties on a Thursday and a Sunday, and I close them on a Wednesday and Mondays at noon. And that's just, I find what works best for me. So I typically probably would maybe close this party around the 17th, maybe at noon on that day. And the reason I like to have the dates is then the guests know when they are going to be doing the party, when it's closing, and then everybody kind of is on the same page. So I really like that. I like to have it as a private event so that, Joe Blow from Idaho literally can't join. And then it's going to be visible. And then I'm going to start by just inviting my friends. Fallon, I'm going to invite you because you popped up first. But this is not a real party. I'm going to obviously delete it at the end. Okay, so then you're going to get to a screen that looks like this. The first thing I always do is I'm going to scroll down to settings. And the first thing I do in settings is I like to do the name and description of the party. I have this saved. I always have this good to go. So I like to welcome to the party. And I can add welcome to Karen's Tupperware party, and then just kind of give a description of what we're going to be doing. And I always link the catalogs here as well in the description, so they're easy to find for everybody. Then again, they're not easy to find when you're scrolling on a mobile device. So you'll see me put the catalog links and everything many times in a party, just so people can see that. Also, these are made from a flip book. When you go into your website, you can click Shop My Catalog and create your own flip book. When you create your own flip book, this is going to allow people to click on your catalog, browse the catalog, but they can't order from that. And if they order from that link, it can go through Tupperware Canada and you're not going to get the sales credits. Always, always, always make them into a flip book so that it doesn't affect your sales. Okay, so I'm going to click Save on that. Okay, then the next thing that I like to do is scroll down and I'm going to click on, I'm already in settings. Scroll down here, click all the way down to the end, and apps. The app I'm going to add that I use to schedule my parties in like 5 minutes. I can schedule 5 parties in under 5 minutes, you guys. So SyncShare is a game changer for doing that because I have all my posts saved in SyncShare. And it's so easy. So I love it. If you want to get really fancy, you can pick like some fun colors for the party, which I like to do if I'm doing a whole bunch at once. And any kind of settings and customizations you want to do to your party, you can all go through here of what works for you. But those are the top things that I do in every single party. I'm going to go back to the main page of the party. Okay, at the main page, you can click edit up here and choose your Facebook cover photos. Now, where do you get these cover photos from? On your website, if you have upgraded, you can get them through Tup Social, but I always share them in our group for you to use as well. So I'm gonna click upload photo, and I just have a file of a whole bunch of different cover photos, and I just keep them in here for old and new. So let's just pick, I like to pick something obviously that is the current special or sales. Where are those ones? So I've been doing a lot of modular mates for a while. This Fridge Smart one is always a really good one, favorite I like to use as well. Okay, so then you click Save Changes. Then your basic part of your party is set up. Okay, so it's good to go here. It's looking great. I like to do a welcome post. This is now when I would message the host and say, hey Karen, your party's all set up, ready to go. You can go ahead and invite 25 to 50 people from anywhere in Canada because we can direct ship to anywhere in Canada. When people start coming in, I'll start doing some welcome posts. I just ask that you are engaged in the party and you comment on the post and play the games so that your guests can see them. And we'll kick things off tonight. Then when I say that to her, I'll also share the host specials and get a wish list item from her and find out what they're working towards. So once I know what they're working towards, that kind of allows me to, take the party where it needs to go. So then once people start coming in, I'll do like a fun post in here. I like to use my Bitmoji like all the time. I'll say, welcome to the party. Thank you for joining us. And then I would tag any guest that's in there. The other thing I will do is in the comments, I would tag Karen. So Karen's not a real person in this party. This is like a fake party. But you click the @ sign and then I would tag Karen. But Karen's not going to come up because it isn't a real Karen party. I've just been using the name Karen for this stuff. I don't know why. No offense if you're a Karen. I love Karens too. Okay, so then kind of an intro. Then I would be ready to go for this party. And the first thing I do with a party always is kick it off with engagement posts. Always, okay? So I would then go into my sync share. So I'm here into my sync share. The first thing I have to do is over here in the corner, my networks. I have to refresh my network so that I can link it to Karen's party. So you click refresh up here. And it can take a minute based on how many, obviously, networks you have. I've got a whack of them in here. I don't delete them. I like to keep them. Because in new catalogs and new sales come out, I'll post in all my groups. And I've booked new parties and new sales that way and new recruits. So never delete. This is taking a bit longer than I wanted. Sorry guys, thanks for bearing with. Okay, so then I scroll down to K, J, K, and I gotta find Karen. And this is also another reason why I like the date. As you can see, some of my older parties when I wasn't dating them, and I've got lots of Karens here, like real Karens, and they're hard to find. So I know what party is hers by the date. So then I click the heart and I'm adding, linking it to my networks, and then I can start scheduling the posts. So I have a September party saved and ready to go. And this is how I schedule parties in minutes, you guys, is because I have a September folder here and a whole bunch of other posts saved as well. And they're good to go. So this is the day before the party. So here's some typical posts that I would post the day before the party. First thing I like to get up and going is the catalogs when a few guests are coming in so they can start browsing the catalogs, and then some engagement posts because that's how people are seeing your posts is by engagement posts. So that is key, okay? So I can click select all, click batch post, all of these, and then I click on Karen, apply intervals of how far apart I want them. All of these posts, like I just scheduled the first day's post in like 30 seconds. Okay, so see how easy sync share truly is, you guys. Then I would go into day one of the party. Here's all my day one of the party. So I always like to say that we're kicking it off. I like to always do my intro. This is kind of my chance that I really truly like to share about what Tupperware has done for me and my family, about the vehicles we've earned. We need obviously an updated fall family photo. Emmy's pretty little here, and oh my goodness, Paisley is too. So this is what I like to share too. Like this is Doug and I on our free trip to Hawaii before the world shut down. This is my first car, Summit. This is my current car. I call her Erna sometimes and Erna sometimes not. Erna for Erna free car. But I have actually earned 4 free cars, but have only chosen 2 and then took the cash for the ones in between. And then I have also earned Disney, Hawaii, and Bahamas, but COVID hasn't allowed us to go on those 2. So I've taken a travel voucher for Disney and haven't heard about Bahamas yet. So I'd like to share of what is possible with Tupperware because when I first started, I never knew that any of this was possible. And today I actually had a tear moment as I dropped the big off at school, got to play with the little before we took her to preschool. And as I was walking away from preschool, I started crying, not because I left my little there, but because of the fact that I am home to do that. And in a teaching career, that's something you can never do. So I'm not going to get emotional because that's not what this post is about. Sorry guys, side rant. Okay, so there is then all my day ones. I really like to have posts about the sales and videos. So you can see Modular Mate sale is ended. So all I have to do now is I'm simply just going to delete that post out. Because it's not what's on sale right now, so I don't want to have that in here. So over the course of my month in my September party, I go through and I edit these based on what is current. I need to add in the oven mitts right now because that is in there, and this should be after the wrap up post. And the oven mitts, you guys, you want them. Do a party for yourself just to get the oven mitts. Not a word of a lie. Okay, so that's day 1. And then I would schedule day 2. And again, all you do is select all, batch post, schedule your times, click and done. Like that's seriously how amazing SyncShare is. And it's worth every penny to sign up to do it. You can get like the free portion, but it's worth it to sign up for the whole year. I always like to post a how-to post as well and kind of give a breakdown of where shipping starts at. And I do add my phone number, and not always do I get a text, but there are times where I do often get a text for some people that are a bit old school and they like to text, and that's totally fine. Or I can call them, that's totally fine as well. So here's kind of my day 2 post. Originally with parties, I never posted this much. I posted a lot less. Now, the reason I started doing so many posts in a day, and I typically post them about 15 to 20 minutes apart all day long, from like 7 in the morning till like 9:30 at night, is because everybody's on their phones at different parts of the day, but everybody's always checking them. And with posting this much in a day, I have truly found my parties have been more successful than maybe 10 posts in a day, because if they're not on their device at that time, they're not seeing the post from the party, okay? So this is what I found that works for me. You gotta find what works for you. Okay, so then here's day 3. This needs to be, I really got to come back here and edit day 3. It is looking like, but even just some boomerangs, like this little video of the muffins falling super awesome out of my muffin form when I was using it, and the oven mitts in there too. So this is something I should really be showing again, you guys, because it's like a double bammy on that. I like to have, this one to me does not have enough games. I like to have a lot more games in this because that's what's getting interaction and the posts are popping up in people's feeds. So games are important in every party, but this is day 3. And then I have kind of the 4th day is like the wrap up until noon or that evening if they need it. And it's really about just joining my team and wrap up posts, joining my VIP group. This is key. This is how I've got almost 650 people in my VIP group, is always by sharing your VIP group in a party. If they don't want to order or if they want to check you out again later, then they're in your VIP group. So I always like to share that. And of course about recruiting and booking parties and then final calls and then certain things like getting things like this for free. Okay, so that would then be the end of my party. At this day, I would be messaging every single person in the party to let them know that the party is closing. If you want to see that event or that message, sorry, I can give you wording for that. But I do that every single party because I'm connecting with every single guest for them to see the party, okay? They want to see sorry, and I also, sorry, stuff popping up. They don't want to see the party. I want them to see the message so that they can check in with me. And 90% of the time, I'm getting an order from them and reminding them it's closing, and they don't even know. So private messaging every single person in the party, no matter how many people are in their party, is key. And in that wording, I also attach the links to both catalogs because chances are they're going to want to know what they can shop for as well, okay? So then at the end, then I'm checking in with the host. I also post thank yous to everybody that's ordered. So I also then on my desktop here have a thank you, there it is, thank yous, pictures as well. And I would just post and say, thank you, Beth, for your order, of course, in better grammar. And if Beth booked a party, I would say, thank you also for booking a party and supporting your host, or if they got the bundle, you're gonna love your 25% off of Tupperware for a year, because people are seeing that and they're gonna be like, oh, well, Beth did it. Cool, I was thinking about that, I should do it too, okay? So I always do that in a party as well. And that is kind of like a quick lowdown on how a party is set up and kind of what I do in a party. And I'm gonna do some more Facebook party training for you, but thanks for watching. And if you have any questions, you can always fire me a message. All right, I've got a meeting starting shortly. Ciao.